Colleagues and friends, over 100 years ago in Clonmel, men and women from the Irish labour movement, from tenements and thatched cottages, came together to challenge a prevailing elitist version of Irish society. It was, by its very existence, a revolutionary party, because it sought nothing less than a full transformation of an Ireland from a country that was ravaged by poverty, that was ravaged with deep inequality, a country where women were second-class citizens, armed with nothing but the courage of their convictions. They dedicated themselves to creating an Irish Labour Party. In government or in opposition, Labour men and Labour women have always been at the forefront of progressive thinking and social change. It wasn't always very popular, but we have consistently championed liberal legislation. Let it be divorce, contraception, women's rights, or LGBT rights. No matter how unpopular it was, we were to the fore of those decisions. And we have had consistent champions of women's rights. Let it be Mary Robinson, Eileen Desmond, or Kathleen Lynch, reforming ministers like Frank Cluskey, who created the Combat Poverty Agency. And we did all of that in the face of the dark forces of conservatism. None of it has been easy, and it was never, ever popular, because it was denounced either by the public or the pulpit. But we as a party have never been afraid to speak out. We have never been afraid to champion the inconvenient truths. Over 100 years ago, colleagues, and against much harsher odds, our founders started a party for the future. A future where everybody would have access to housing, to education, to decent healthcare, or a promising career. They succeeded then, and we will succeed now. We have always been a forward-looking party. We have always been a movement with a vision of a better tomorrow for everybody. And that's what unites every single individual in this hall this afternoon. The last 3 years have not been easy, but we got a lot more right than we ever did wrong. I know what the job of Deputy Leader requires, and I know what needs to be done. We have to convince people, delegates, that we are the party with the will and the ability to secure our country's future. We have to campaign actively on the issues that are important to us. We have to reconnect with our communities. We have to win back the trust and the confidence of our existing membership, and we have to attract new members. Without doubt, the result of the locals and Europeans were a bruising experience for us. But it was encouraging to see new young candidates elected. Duncan Smith, Grace Tallon, Deirdre Kingston, Jane Horgan-Jones, Rebecca Moynihan, to name but a few. And I believe it is absolutely essential that as a movement that we have to get people to get involved in the party and also to run for the party. And if I am elected Deputy Leader, I want to give you all a personal assurance here this afternoon that I will organise an ambitious national recruitment campaign. I know, colleagues, that many of our young people are deeply concerned about their future and the future of our country. It is absolutely vital that this generation is not lost, but instead they should play a central role in the renewal and transformation of our country and of our party. Now more than ever, we need their ideas, we need their energy, and we need their contribution. And I would encourage each and every member of our youth section to get actively involved in those challenges, because the success of our party in the future will depend very much on people like that. And I have no doubt that there are Frank Kluskys sitting in this hall this afternoon, there are Mary Robinsons, and there are Eileen Desmonds, and I have no doubt that they will go on and play an absolutely instrumental role in the future survival of our country. With your help, colleagues, I will revive the fortunes of our party and help to reassert our primacy in this coalition. We are at a juncture in this administration, but it is also a moment of opportunity. And if elected, I will make it my priority to ensure that we take full advantage of that opportunity and that we refocus our party and we reassess our role in government. And I promise you, delegates, with all the energy and fight in me, that as we emerge from the current economic crisis, I am going to champion our vision of a fair and a just society, and I urge you, delegates, to join me on that journey. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, Michael. And finally, I'll ask Sean Sherlock